You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. You didn't click here just because of a random swipe. You're here because something deep inside you is stirring, screaming for a breakthrough. You might not be able to name it yet, but you can feel it, burning within, that you weren't born to live an average life. This podcast doesn't just speak to your ears. It speaks to your mind, to your soul, to that part of you that once dreamed big but got buried under procrastination, self-doubt, and the habit of giving up halfway. This isn't a place for sweet, comforting words. This is a mirror, reflecting your true self, strong, disciplined, and ready to rise again. If you stay till the end, you'll understand this. Discipline isn't a burden. It's your wings. You don't need an easier life. You need to become stronger. This journey is about awakening the extraordinary within you. The only question is, are you ready? Tip 1. Avoid instant gratification. Learn to say no to grow. Some things seem harmless at first. A sweet treat after work, a few hours scrolling through social media to relax, or simply putting off your tasks because you deserve a break. But these little indulgences quietly eat away at your time, your willpower, and ultimately, your future. What feels good in the moment is often a cleverly disguised trap. It numbs you, slows your progress, and slowly steals the version of yourself you could become. True joy isn't about short-term pleasure. It's about the deep satisfaction of winning against your own weaknesses. Mastering your life starts with choosing what's right over what's easy. Every time you say no to a bad habit, you are saying yes to freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from repeated failure, and most importantly, freedom to become the person you're proud to see in the mirror every morning. Remember this. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the key to unlocking the life you dream of. Tip 2. Use wisdom, not instinct. In life, we constantly face challenges, from unexpected situations to critical decisions that need to be made. When confronted with urgent or stressful moments, instinct can often be the first thing we want to rely on. We all have powerful emotions that can lead to immediate reactions: anger, disappointment, or fear. However, acting purely on instinct can sometimes lead to unintended consequences and pull us further away from our long-term goals. The truth is, in order to truly master your life and mind, you need to learn to use wisdom instead of simply following your instincts. A disciplined person knows that reacting immediately isn't always the best approach. They don't let temporary emotions dictate their actions. Instead, they learn to pause, think carefully, and take the right action. When you feel triggered, remind yourself to pause. Instead of letting instinct take over, create a moment of stillness to reflect. Ask yourself, is this action helping me achieve my goals? Will I be proud of this decision in the future? This self-control is the key to maintaining calm in any situation. By reacting with thoughtfulness, you not only avoid hasty and misguided actions, but you also protect your mental energy and maintain inner peace. Imagine that every time you stay calm, you're saving an invisible energy for yourself, not wasting it on unnecessary reactions, but channeling it toward achieving something bigger. Moreover, wisdom helps you maintain emotional stability. There's nothing worse than tip 3. Master your 5 senses. Everything you see, hear, eat, and feel shapes your mind. Each of your 5 senses is a window into your inner world, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and actions more than you may realize. The world around us constantly bombards us with information, sights, sounds, and experiences, and not all of it contributes positively to our well-being. To build a disciplined and powerful mind, one of the most important steps is learning to control what you allow through these windows. The information you expose yourself to, the media you consume, and even the conversations you engage in play a huge role in shaping the way you think and feel. Start by being mindful of the content you consume. Avoid negative, toxic media or anything that brings you down. What you watch, listen to, and read can either fuel your motivation or drain your energy. When you fill your mind with negativity, your thoughts become clouded and your focus becomes fragmented. On the other hand, if you curate positive, uplifting content, your thoughts become clearer, your mindset sharper, and your spirit stronger. Pay attention to the people you surround yourself with as well. Toxic relationships and negative environments can have a profound impact on your mental state. If you are constantly around people who complain, gossip, or focus on the problems of the world, it will be difficult to stay focused on your own growth. Seek out individuals who inspire you, who challenge you to think in new ways, and who uplift your spirit. Your sense of taste and touch also play an important role. What you eat affects how you feel. Fuel your body with nourishing, healthy food, and you'll notice your energy levels, concentration, and overall mood improve. Pay attention to how your environment feels, whether it's the textures around you or the atmosphere you create. A clean, organized, and pleasant space has the power to calm your mind and enhance your creativity. Finally, take control of what you listen to. Sound can deeply impact our mood and mindset. If you're constantly listening to the noise of stress, frustration, or even mindless chatter, you're feeding your brain with unnecessary distractions. Instead, choose music, podcasts, or audio that inspires you, educates you, and keeps your mind clear and focused. When you become the master of your senses, you take back control of your life. You're no longer at the mercy of external influences, but instead, you become a conscious creator of your reality. By intentionally choosing what you expose yourself to, you can cultivate a mindset that supports your growth, happiness, and success. Remember, the power to control your life begins with controlling your senses. Protect your mind from negativity, feed it with positivity, and watch how your life transforms. Tip 4. Choose your memories carefully. You have the power to decide where to direct your focus, and this includes the memories you choose to revisit. Your past is made up of both moments of joy and pain, but you don't have to carry the weight of every painful experience with you into the present. The key to healing, growth, and discipline lies in learning to choose which memories deserve your attention and energy. When you focus on the painful events, the hardships, and the mistakes of your past, you allow those moments to define who you are. You might find yourself constantly replaying old wounds in your mind, letting them dictate your current emotions and actions. This only holds you back from creating a future full of opportunity and peace. Instead of allowing past pain to control you, make the conscious decision to shift your focus toward the strength that you've gained through those challenges. Think about the times when you overcame obstacles, when you pushed through adversity, when you rose above difficult circumstances. These are the memories that represent your resilience, your courage, and your ability to thrive despite challenges. When you concentrate on these moments, you empower yourself. You remind yourself of your capacity for growth, change, and achievement. Your strength is not found in your scars, but in how you rose from them. Choosing to focus on the positive memories doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending it never happened. It means accepting your past with all its ups and downs and consciously deciding to use it as fuel for your future. Every difficult experience has shaped you into the person you are today, and you can choose to see those experiences as stepping stones toward your better self, rather than chains holding you back. Take time to reflect on the moments when you felt proud of yourself, when you accomplished something that once seemed impossible, whether it was overcoming a personal fear, achieving a goal, or simply persevering in the face of adversity. Those are the moments that deserve your attention. These are the memories that will remind you of your true potential and ignite your motivation. The power of choice is in your hands. You can choose to hold on to the pain and let it define your future, or you can choose to let go and focus on the strength that will lead you forward. The more you practice focusing on the positive, the more you will notice how your mindset shifts. The past will no longer control you. You will be the one in control of your present and future. So, be selective with your memories. Hold on to those that inspire you, that fuel your growth, and that remind you of your incredible strength. Release the ones that drain you and create space for the future you deserve. When you do this, you will unlock the full potential of your mind and spirit. Tip 5. Program your mind with affirmations. Your mind is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it requires proper guidance and training. If you don't actively program your mind, the world around you will do it for you, often through negative influences and limiting beliefs. Every day, we are bombarded with messages that tell us what we cannot do, what we lack, or how we are not enough. If you allow these external messages to dictate your internal dialogue, you risk being trapped by doubt and negativity. But there is a way to break free from this cycle. By using positive affirmations, you can reprogram your mind and take control of your beliefs, actions, and future. Affirmations are not just empty words. They are powerful statements that help you reshape your thinking, boost your self-confidence, and align your mindset with your highest potential. Start by identifying the areas in your life where you feel uncertain, insecure, or doubtful. Do you struggle with self-worth? Are you afraid of failure? Do you feel like you don't deserve success? Once you identify these areas, you can begin to create affirmations that counteract those negative beliefs. For example, if you often feel unworthy, repeat to yourself, "I am worthy of love, success, and happiness." If you fear failure, say, "I am capable of achieving my goals, and I learn from every experience." By repeating these affirmations daily, you start to create a new internal narrative, a narrative that empowers you rather than limits you. It's important to say these affirmations with conviction. When you speak them aloud or in your mind, truly feel the words as though they are already true. Visualize yourself embodying the qualities and success you are affirming. The more emotion and belief you invest into these affirmations, the more they will shape your reality. Consistency is key. Don't expect overnight results, but over time, you will notice a shift in your thoughts and behaviors. You'll begin to see yourself as capable, deserving, and powerful. Your mind will no longer be a playground for negativity and doubt. Instead, it will be a space of strength, clarity, and purpose. Remember, you are the master of your mind. By choosing to program it with positive, empowering thoughts, you can rewrite your story and manifest the life you desire. Let the words you speak become the foundation for the person you are becoming. So start today. Choose your affirmations, say them with belief, and watch as your mindset transforms. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. The power to change begins within you. Tip 6. Understand your emotions through psychology. Emotions are not the enemy. They are signals. They provide us with valuable insights into our inner world and can guide us toward personal growth and self-awareness. But all too often, we view emotions as something to suppress, avoid, or fear. We believe that feeling sadness, anger, or anxiety is a sign of weakness or failure. But in reality, emotions are simply messages, and they deserve to be understood, not ignored. When you feel an emotion, don't immediately react to it or try to push it away. Instead, pause and ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What is this emotion trying to tell me? This process of self-reflection is the key to emotional mastery. By observing your emotions without judgment, you gain clarity on their root cause, which is often tied to your thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences. For example, if you feel anxious, don't simply push it down or try to distract yourself. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Is there an underlying fear of failure or rejection? Once you identify the source, you can begin to address it, either by challenging limiting beliefs or taking steps to manage the situation that is causing anxiety. This transforms your emotional reaction into a tool for self-discovery and problem-solving. Anger, too, is not inherently bad. It may arise when you feel disrespected or when your boundaries are violated. Instead of lashing out, ask yourself, what is this anger trying to protect? Is it a need for respect, fairness, or acknowledgement? By understanding the deeper layers of your emotions, you can respond with calmness and assertiveness rather than aggression or resentment. The goal is to view your emotions as valuable data points. They give you information about your mental and emotional state. When you treat them with curiosity and compassion, instead of fear or avoidance, you open yourself up to greater emotional intelligence and personal growth. This approach allows you to make more conscious choices rather than being at the mercy of reactive impulses. Remember, emotions are a natural part of being human. They do not define us, but they are part of our experience. By understanding and embracing them, you become more in control of your emotional landscape. You learn to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, creating a sense of inner peace and emotional resilience. So the next time you feel a strong emotion, take a moment to breathe and inquire, what is this emotion trying to teach me? By learning to listen to your emotions and using psychology to understand them, you empower yourself to live a life that is not only more balanced, but also deeply self-aware and fulfilling. Tip 7. Surround yourself with inspirational people. The environment you live in and the people you spend time with have an undeniable influence on your mindset and overall well-being. Whether you realize it or not, the energy, beliefs, and attitudes of those around you seep into your own consciousness, shaping the way you think, feel, and behave. When you surround yourself with positive, inspiring individuals, you're more likely to adopt their habits, thought patterns, and perspectives. These people don't just support you. They lift you up, challenge you to grow, and remind you of your true potential. They provide you with a mirror of what's possible, inspiring you to believe in yourself even when things get tough. On the other hand, if you're consistently surrounded by negativity, it can weigh you down. The pessimism, doubts, and limiting beliefs of others can rub off on you, leading to a cycle of self-doubt, frustration, and stagnation. You may find yourself questioning your abilities or feeling less motivated to take action because you're constantly hearing about the worst-case scenarios or being told why something can't be done. That's why it's essential to be selective about who you spend your time with, both in person and online. The people who fill your inner circle should be those who inspire you, support your dreams, and encourage your growth. Seek out individuals who challenge you in a positive way, who have a mindset of abundance, and who are actively working toward their own goals. These people will help you stay focused on what matters, keep you motivated, and show you that anything is possible. But it's not just about who you interact with in real life. In today's digital age, social media plays a massive role in shaping our thoughts and perceptions. Therefore, be mindful of the content you consume online. Follow accounts, pages, and groups that inspire you, educate you, and push you to be better. Unfollow or mute those who spread negativity or bring you down. The online world can be a powerful tool for growth when used correctly, but it can also be a source of distraction and discouragement if you're not careful. The people you surround yourself with, whether in person or virtually, should empower you to step into the best version of yourself. They should remind you of your strengths, motivate you to take action, and offer support when you face setbacks. Ultimately, being in the company of people who uplift and inspire you can make all the difference in achieving your goals and maintaining a positive, productive mindset. So, take a moment to evaluate the people and environments you're surrounding yourself with. Are they nurturing your growth? Are they helping you become the person you aspire to be? If not, it's time to make a change. Seek out those who inspire you to live your best life and who will stand by you through thick and thin. Your journey toward success is never one you have to walk alone. Choose your companions wisely. Tip 8. Focus on one thing at a time. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of multitasking. With so many distractions pulling at our attention, be it notifications from our phones, the constant influx of information, or the pressure to juggle multiple tasks, it can feel like we're being productive when in fact we're simply spreading ourselves too thin. The truth is, multitasking can overwhelm your mind, making you less effective in everything you do. When you try to do several things at once, your brain has to constantly switch gears, which leads to mental fatigue and a decrease in focus. Instead of being able to give your full attention to any one task, you're only able to give a fraction of your energy to each one. As a result, the quality of your work suffers, and the time it takes to complete even the simplest tasks can increase. The key to overcoming this challenge is to focus on one thing at a time. When you dedicate your attention fully to a single task, you create an environment in which your mind can work at its peak performance. Imagine your focus as a laser beam. When it's concentrated, it cuts through any distractions and brings clarity, precision, and efficiency to whatever you're working on. By prioritizing one task, you can accomplish it with greater speed and accuracy. Whether it's a work project, a personal goal, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, single tasking allows you to fully immerse yourself in the moment and get the best results. Your mind will be sharper, your creativity will flow, and you'll feel more in control of your day. When you focus on one thing at a time, You also give yourself the chance to truly enjoy the process. Rather than feeling rushed or anxious about what's coming next, you can savor each step, knowing you are fully present and invested in what you're doing. This not only improves your efficiency, but also brings a sense of fulfillment, as you can see and appreciate the progress you're making. If you find yourself overwhelmed by the urge to multitask, try taking a step back and reassessing your priorities. What is most important right now? What can you give your undivided attention to? Once you've identified that, put away the distractions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and create a space where you can focus entirely on the task at hand. By choosing to focus on one task at a time, you're not only boosting your productivity, but you're also training your mind to work more effectively and with greater intention. In a world that encourages multitasking, the true power lies in the simplicity of doing one thing at a time and doing it well.